Attention all you fake-ass people, narcissistic assholes, backstabbing traitors, and users. Listen up. I've got a message for you, and it's not pretty. I've put up with your endless bullshit, your pathetic lies, and your manipulative games. You've taken my kindness for weakness, used me, and stabbed me in the back whenever it suited you. Well, fuck that, and fuck you too. I'm not your fucking doormat anymore. You can take your deceit, your betrayal, and your lies and shove them straight up your ass. I'm done with your toxic garbage, your fake-ass smiles, and your self-serving games. So here's my final message to all of you worthless pieces of shit. Fuck you. Fuck your fake-ass smiles. Fuck your two-faced bullshit. And fuck everything you stand for. I'm done with all your fucking bullshit, and you can kiss my fucking ass.
What else can you say? Disappointing season, disappointing game, embarrassment of all levels, and they deserve to be home. There's no way. I don't care about the weather and everything. This is why you play the game. You're at home. Your first drive, when the run game was great. You go up 7-0. You give up a touchdown. You give up a field goal. And then you just collapse the rest of the way and do not score until the fourth quarter. It's that bad. This is an embarrassment season. Sparty is horrible. I don't even know what's their best win. Their best, what is it, Maryland? Iowa? I don't even know. Now, there's some games that you should have won. Even though the Michigan game, I feel like they should have won, but hey, they lost to Michigan. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Boston College should have won that game. You was competitive for a quarter and a half with Oregon. Hey, man. It's incredible, man. Yeah, you're right. I don't know if we did have a best win. I think our best wins was our losses. But probably our best win was probably Maryland. I don't even. It's either between Maryland and Iowa. But I don't even think we didn't really have a best win. It's like I don't even know, man. The offense stagnant all year. We're putting all this pressure on Aiden Childs, who is a learning experience with him. The talent thing is going to be next season for him. He's going to go through growing pains and things like that. The receiving core, I think, could have been better. Nick Marsh, I feel like, man, I don't want to say he was disappointing, but the talent level of this kid, I feel like ever since that Maryland game, he hasn't been the same since. Now, he's going through injuries and stuff like that, but even when healthy, he gets to be missing in action, and he's very talented. But they just don't. I don't even know, man. I don't even know. I'm honestly, I don't even know if I believe it, man. I'm questioning it. I mean, it feels like the players gave up. This was Velin's best game of the season was the last game because he's been missing action. I thought Foster would be better this year. You know what I'm saying? The secondary, trash. Besides Brantley, everybody else is trash. They get beat every single play, it seems like, by every receiver. They get beat. They not fast. They're not fast. They're physical, but they're just not fast to keep up with fast, physical, and speedy receivers. They've had a history on that for the last few years. And with Jonathan Smith, he'll have his guys there recruiting and stuff. I think it's just he just have to have his guys, his exactly guys that he recruits, instead of having Mel Tucker's leftovers and trying to make them as a team. But clearly they just are trash. You couldn't even get to the 4th field bowl or the game changer above bowl, or whatever the hell they call it. You couldn't even get to that. You're not even bowl eligible. You're 5-7. And in some cases, you probably could have been worse than that. You're lucky to get 5 wins. But it's just, I don't know, man. It's just, I want to believe in Jonathan Smith. I just think he just has to recruit his guys and guys that's his guys. Instead of, like I said, these Mel Tucker guys. But Michigan State has a history, and just they start off well, and then they shit the bed, man. And they don't recover from that. And that's been happening the last few years. And it's just to a point, man, I get tired of that. You have to recruit 4- and 5-star guys. But these 4- and 5-star guys are going to Michigan. They're going to that team in Columbus. They're going to Alabama. They're going to Georgia. And you stuck with these 2- 3-star guys, you might get lucky to get a 4-star. But not too many 5-star guys is going to Michigan State, and they lack a lot of talent. And when you lack a lot of talent, you're going to get beat a lot. They have athletes. Michigan always has 4- or 5-star athletes going there. Unless state starts getting those guys, they're always going to fall behind and keep getting these 2, 3 stars, and we don't know what we have until they're out there on the field. Not also to me, hey, just because you're a 4- or 5-star guy doesn't mean you're going to perform on the field all the time, because a lot of guys some guys that are 4- or 5-star guys, they're not as it cracked up to be. That happens. But you have to start recruiting guys better. You got to start getting these athletes. You got to start going to the state of Michigan and recruit better. And it's just, they got to get better. They got to start recruiting like Michigan, man. Michigan always, every year, they get 4- or 5-star guys. Every year. They're at the top of the country, and they have the NIL money. Michigan has crazy NIL money. Underwood and all these other guys. They got crazy money. And you're right, Ed, they can't afford it. They can't afford a together competitive package. You're right about that. They got to stop. They got to start getting with the times. They got to change some stuff. The old way, this conservative Michigan State way, it's not working. They need to change something. They need to change a lot. They need to change the culture. They need to clean some house and just get new people and just have a new regime and just start all over. But that's where recruiting comes in. You got to have a better program. You got to put something on the field. But if you can't put nothing on the field, ain't gonna want to come to school. And and to have seasons like this that's 5-7 and you don't even get to a bowl game, it's embarrassing. And that's the thing. Michigan recruits, and they always have a lot of their guys that played there come back there, go to these practices, salute these young guys, and Michigan has a tradition. The guys that came before this, shout out to Chris Howard, Shout out to Chris Howard. And it's just a lot of these guys like Charles Woodson, Desmond Howard, Chris Howard, Brady. A lot of these guys, they always come back and show support for this team. You rarely see that with Michigan State. You rarely see that. Guys coming back to state and be like, hey man, love to come back. I mean, they'll do alumni, the Darquez, Denard. I think they did that once this year. I think it was one of the games I went to. I think it was the Iowa game. It was either the Iowa game or the Prairie View game. I can't remember. But they got to just show respect to the alumni. And they just got to have a program to where you got to be like, hey, you have to come here. You have to do that. You have to have your football alumni come to these games and show respect. Otherwise, if you don't have that, I mean, what do you have? Yeah, you know what? Magic Johnson comes to the games, Draymond Green, and a few other ones. But you got to have some football guys, man. You gotta get somebody who's played football there to try to help recruit some of these guys, like a Andre Rison or a Jaden Reed or guys like that. But no leadership. You're right. The school has always had leadership issues. It's had a lot of issues. It's a good university, but when it comes to like leadership and everything, it's just not there. They need to change some stuff. It has to get better. And as a fan myself, I hate to see it like this. We get tired of losing to Michigan every year, and we got to hear this bullshit every year from Michigan fans. Yeah, we beat y'all. Great. Now we got to hear this shit all year. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Michigan beat Ohio State. When the last time we beat Ohio State? Just saying. They've done it 4 years in a row. 4 years in a row. And to be honest, Ryan Day is going to lose his job, man. Unless the only way he does not lose his job is if he wins the national championship or if he gets there. That's the only way he's staying his job. Other than that, nah. If he doesn't, he's gone. I would be surprised if they keep him. Because you can't lose 4 years in a row to Michigan. You can't. And still have a job. You can't do that. And it's to a point at state, they got to do something because you can't lose to that team in Columbus and Michigan every single year. You can't do that. You can't do that. We got to get back into those late 2000s, 2010 state teams. But even with them teams, you know what I'm saying? They had great defenses. They just had a struggling offense. And they won a lot of games with their defense. And it's just, you can't, you have to start over. You have to have a better program. And with Michigan State, man, they have to get better. They got to recruit better. They got to get more money. They got to show more love to the alumni. They got to just make it comfortable for a kid to be like, hey, listen, we at Michigan State, we value education. We value we'll value your life. We'll take care of, we'll treat you like our own child. Your parents will be good. You do that. You got to have these kids like that. If you ain't got a good sales pitch, they ain't going to go to you. Michigan got that sales pitch. That team in Columbus got that good sales pitch. And they got national championships. We haven't won a national championship in a long time. Michigan has won 2 in the last, 30, almost 30 years. 2 national championships in almost 30 years. We can't even get to a national championship. You know what I'm saying? And as much as I get on Michigan, and that's, because I do that, they've handled business for a long time. They've been to playoffs. They've won a national championship. They have a culture. They have money. They have tradition. They have wins. They have belief. They're maize and blue. They through and through. We green and white. And we all right for now. But it's just, I don't know. I hate to see this university like this, man. I hate to see it, but I just don't know. You can't lose to a team like Rutgers, man. And you're at home. You're trying to get to a bowl game. You're trying to get bowl eligible. You can't crap the bed like this at home for these seniors, man. You can't do that. Your last game of your college life is a blowout. You don't want to be remembered as that. These underclassmen, they ain't thinking about that because they got a couple more years left. They ain't thinking about that. But these seniors, I feel bad for the seniors because you got to go out like that. You can't even at least go to a bowl game. This is toxic. This is how it is when you don't have a defense and an offense. You have a 19-year-old kid that's running for his life every single play. You have no blocking. Your receivers is not as good as we think they are. They've disappeared in a lot of games. The run game, it comes and goes. I'm like, come on, man. What are we doing? Then as you look at it, look at this. Rutgers had 365 yards total in the snow. 157 yards passing. They only had 157 yards passing. But they had 208 yards rushing. 200. First downs, 24 first downs, 13 first downs. You can't win a football game when you only got 13. And you're 3-9 from third downs. Rutgers 7-13. You 0-3 in fourth downs. You only had 48 total plays throughout the game. That is unacceptable. That is so unacceptable. 48 total plays and your 3 punts. 7 penalties. That's what cost you. Aiden Childs didn't throw an interception, but the backup threw 1 pass and it was an interception. Terrible, man. And this is how you end your season and then end at home. You got to be kidding me, man. Like I said, they quarterback, 157 yards, 1 touchdown. The run game. Minajee, 129 yards. Raymond, 71, 2 touchdowns. Running the ball on us. These 2 guys, Raymond and Monangai, 31 carries, 129, 9 carries, 71. Look at the receiving core. Not too many yards. But, they got a touchdown. But that defense, man, was causing havoc. Walker, Youngblom, I guess that's how you say his name. And, man, they just did a number. They played good defense, though. They played well, very good defense. And can't deny it. Can't deny their defenses. And, hey, man, hard out to them, man. They won it fair and square in the snow, and they did what they had to do. It was It was a total domination. And this is what happens when you have a team that is not aggressive, have no heart, give up on plays. This is what happens. Man, I don't know. I don't even have anything to really say on it. It's just a bad game, bad season. And hats off to Rutgers, man. They whooped us like stepchildren. And it is crazy. Childs, 150 yards, 23. You can't win Big Ten games when you only passing the ball for 150 yards. That's unacceptable. Run game, 69 Lynch Adams, 47 Nate Carter. Unacceptable. Receiving, Jack Vellon came to play. Everybody else didn't. Defense, 1 sack. 1 sack. Not that much pressure. Can't do that, man. You can't. I mean, you just can't do that. And then you don't have your best corner. You got these scrubs out here trying to just fill it, be fillers, and it's just not working. You know, Martinez played well. Jalen Thompson, bless his heart, man, been our best defensive lineman. But man, it's just embarrassing, bro. You know, thank God we got a good kicker. But yeah, it's wild, man. I just don't know. I don't even know what to say, man. I don't even know what to say anymore, man. I'm just, y'all tell me how we can get better. Y'all tell me how we can get better. But man, this is tough, man. This is tough. You put so much pressure on a young kid. He's running for his life. He's throwing interceptions like crazy. And I'm just thinking, like, why do y'all wait so long to sub him in for a backup? He's just not ready yet. Maybe next year he'll be ready. But man, you gotta let a fire in him, man. This is when you see him on the sidelines, he just looked lackadaisical. He looked confused. Even on the field, he just looked confused out there. Like, what can we do? Like, what is it I can do? But when he's running for his life, what else is he supposed to do? Yeah, the portal is probably the only answer. I would say it's going to be the portal. That's how we got a lot of these guys and Jonathan Smith from these portals. That's how we got Childs from the portal. But we got to just keep getting guys from the transfer portal and recruiting. That's the only way we just going to get better. Hopefully we can get better. I'm going to pray on it. Good Lord, I'm going to pray for it. But it's going to be, oh, man, it's dark days at Michigan State, man. It's just dark days. Like, hey, man, it's crazy. But, hey, congratulations to Michigan, man. They beat Ohio State. I give y'all credit. Y'all beat Ohio State. I will give y'all credit. You know what? We always paying scrubs too much money. We always playing scrubs. It's just like our main quarterback cannot beat third, fourth string quarterbacks. It's incredible. Oh yeah, Ryan Day is done, man. That's why I said unless he wins a national championship or goes to national championship game, his job is done. You can't lose 4 straight to Michigan and keep your job. Just like, you know, Harbaugh was on suicide watch. He just couldn't beat Ohio State. Then when he finally did, you know, and people were talking about getting rid of Harbaugh. He can't beat Ohio State. He can't beat Michigan State. He can't. Then when he start beating them, then fans start praising him, say he the best thing since sliced bread, or some people will call him Jesus in khakis. So it is what it is. But hey, but I will say this though. Hey, shout out to his parents, man. I got a chance to meet them at the Michigan Sports Hall of Fame because Harbaugh was actually inducted into the Michigan Sports Hall of Fame this year, but he couldn't come because he had to coach for the Chargers to their upcoming game. So he sent both his parents. So shout out to both his parents, man. His dad, cool, very cool guy, very, very nice guy, funny guy. Glad I had a chance to meet him, man. He's a class act, though. Very class act, man. Very good family. Harbaugh family is a good family, man. I will say that. Very good family. But hey, man, Michigan State football. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Hoodie Breed back in the building. You know, when I put the hood on, it's time to get serious, man. It is time to get serious. Yeah, you know that Ryan Day pregame speech, man. It was funny to me. I would have, you know, a number 2 team, man. You can't come out flat like that at home, and this is homecoming, and you trying to compete for a national, not only just for a Big Ten championship, but for a national championship. You know what I'm saying? This is your step up. You play against Oregon, you beat them, you're going to be number 1 in the country. Can't even beat Michigan. So it's going to be interesting to see how the rest of the college playoff pan out. Is it going to be any losses during these championship games, man? It might be some upsets, man. Don't be surprised. I think it's going to be a couple upsets that people ain't going to see coming. I wish Coach Prime can get in that, but hey, man, it is what it is. Travis Hunter still got a chance to win that Heisman. I think it's between him, Dylan Gabriel, and that running back from Boise State. I think it's pretty much them 3. If it was up to me, honestly, I honestly would give it to the running back from Boise State or Travis Hunter. I would probably more so say Travis Hunter, just for him doing both sides of the football, like Charles Woodson. Travis Hunter is a special talent. He has a chance to be a number 1 draft pick in the draft. As the guy is, as Stephen A. Smith would say, the guy is special. He's special. He's special. But it's going to be interesting to see, man. It's going to be interesting to see what bowl game Michigan go to. We'll see. We'll see. But hey, man, that's my time on Michigan State. I may do a closeout video on them maybe this week, man. I don't know. We'll see. I want to just say thank y'all so much, man. New Breed 313 Sports. Also the 313 New Breed Real Talk. But this is the thing, man. I'm probably going to be doing more of these videos on my Real Talk video because for some reason, I got a copyright strike on my 313 Sports page. So they didn't block me on there for the next, 2-3 months. So I'm going to be mostly just posting on the Real Talk video with sports and everything. So this is my main page, but I'm going to use the sports page as the backup until that gets back running. So just to give y'all a heads up on that, man. Again, man, shit. Michigan State, man. Oh, my God. But also, too, man, definitely like and subscribe to the 313 New Breed Real Talk, man. I talk about a lot of things other than sports, man. Politics, dating, what's going on in the world, um, manly things, man. Just things that need to be talked about, man. And I don't mind talking about it. So that's what I'm here for, man. I love talking about different things, and I love just trying to uplift my brothers, man. About time we start uplifting each other, man. Like, please do that. I am so into just doing that. So please, please do that. Uplift each other, man. And just, it's nothing that serious where you got to do something to somebody, man. Always remember, it's always somebody that's going through something worse than you. And be thankful for what you have, what you do, and just remember that, man. Just remember, when you wake up in the morning, always think about all the things you have in your house. Hell, always remember you have a house to go to. It's people that don't even have houses. They homeless, and it's cold outside right now. So please remember that, man. Just go up to a person and be like, hey, man, how you doing? What's going on? That'll make their day. I had a conversation with somebody earlier today, man. They was guy at the Cruise game, man. Shout out to the Motor City Cruise. Unfortunately, tough loss today, man. Tough loss today against the Sioux Falls Skyforce, man. Josh Christopher, Nasir Little, and Keyshawn Johnson. Some bad boys on that Skyforce team, man. So shout out to them and the 2 victories over the weekend. But I'm going to talk about this Cruise as well. But yeah, man, always remember, you got one life. You live it to the best of your abilities. Live like every day is your last day. You know, say what's up to some people, man. You never know. So something you say could make their day. I had a conversation with somebody like that, man, and he said, man, I talk to these kids all the time, and the things that I say, they even years from now, they come back to me and they say, I remember the words you say. And I'm like, that's how it is with these young kids, man. You speak to them, that's going to make their day. They're going to always remember that. So with that being said, man, I want to just say thank you all so much. Like and subscribe to the channel, man. The D313XP, myself, Nomas J313, Daryl DC1. Like to give a shout out to, man, of course, my boy Ark, aka Ed, man. Appreciate you, man, chiming in as always, man. Thank you for showing support. Always, man. My Grand Rapids brethren there, man. Much love, my man. Much love. But on that note, man, I'ma holler at y'all. Peace, blessings, and everything else, man. I'll holler at y'all. Peace out.